In a harpsichord, the action is based upon plucking the string rather than hammering, like in the piano. It has a device like this that, when raised, has a little plectra which plucks the string, but then, as long as the key is depressed, this will remain in the air and the string will continue to sound. When the key is released, this will fall down and it'll flip round the string thanks to this little spring mechanism, and then the piece of felt will dampen the string when the key is completely released. You can't actually play the harpsichord without having this rail in place, because these jacks, these devices here, they get moved up and down, but also it's quite a jerky action and they would fly out if this rail wasn't in place. This instrument is a clavichord. It's got a different action again. Like with the piano has a hammer, it's percussive. In this instrument, we've also got a small percussive action. If we take one key lever, we will see that on the end of it is a little brass tangent, which, when we press the key down, it engages with the string, causing a vibration. But also about this instrument is that the tangent determines the length of the string. So the length of the string is from here, where my finger is, to the bridge, which is just here. The length of the string also determines the pitch, and therefore the pitch of the string is determined on this side of the instrument, and we damp out the section of strings that we don't want to sound on the far end. Because of this, we're also able to have more than one note sounding from a pair of strings. There are two strings for every note, but if I press this here, you will see there are three notes that I can press that would all sound from one pair of strings. This means the instrument can be smaller, but also a little bit quieter, and it's ideal for transport, for practice as well. And that's what we think the clavichord's main history was, a sort of travelling practice instrument. This instrument is an unfretted clavichord, so it has string pairs, or maybe even three strings, for every note. There's no note sharing going on. Also, it's larger, it's not portable, and it's not really for mobile transport. This instrument therefore also has a grander sound and is also much more impressively decorated. Tortoiseshell and mother of pearl, highly expensive items for the time. This instrument has glass rods and a hammer mechanism, No repertoire or no music that we know of was ever written for it. But it's an interesting instrument, possibly a toy or possibly for singers to check the notes, and it has a very unique sound, possibly similar to the celeste. At the end of the 18th century, the harpsichord began to fall out of popularity, and the piano assumed a dominant role in the keyboard world. Here we have two instruments made by Broadwood, both of 1793. Immediately you'll notice that they look very similar. Same type of keyboard, the casework, but there are a few differences. They both also have triple stringing. They've got 3 strings for every note. But this instrument is a harpsichord, whereas this one on my right is a piano. What was happening in this late period of the harpsichord was a sort of interest in dynamic and timbral differences. So this instrument, like the organs of the time, has been equipped with a Venetian swell. So if I just play a chord, the Venetian swell, very popular on the second half of the 18th century in English instruments, and it's operated by my right foot. But they also were interested in having rapid changes of dynamics and timbre. So if I just open the swell, on my left foot is another pedal, which operates a mechanism which controls which sets of strings sound. When it's depressed, one set of strings sounds, but as I raise my left foot, a second and third set are added. So with these two devices that operated, or rather controlled by my feet, I'm able to have quite a rapid change of dynamic and timbre.